This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy.
Well, new video has just dropped of Alex Pretti. This is the harmless protester, the intensive care nurse at the VA. This guy's taking care of veterans. Alex Pretti just doing peaceful protesting with a phone. As you can see, he's not an unhinged lunatic at all. Totally normal guy, just like you and I. And ICE just gunned him down. Let's watch this, where all he's doing, guys, he's spitting, he's kicking, he's flipping them off, and he's tussling around on the ground with them, and I think he was armed again. That's all he did. So if you think it's okay for them to shoot him after doing all those things, I agree with you. I honestly think at some point the guy probably wanted to find out.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight.
Those are good kicks, but that is extremely threatening. And I mean, right there, they could have shot him, in my opinion. In my opinion, look, I'm a kind of an authoritarian kind of guy. I would have shot him. I mean, you can't do this. If you want to have a peaceful society, you can't allow people like this to protest like this.
We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Well, look at that. He brought a gun to the protest again. What a good, responsible guy he is. It literally looks like he wants to throw down with cops. Call me crazy.
The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband. Here, he continues to stand at the scene. On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun.
Dude, what are you doing with the camera? Who's the cameraman here? Like, what are we looking at? I mean, I know you made this video and you sent it to us and we're very thankful to have it, but what the heck kind of footage is this? The last 10 seconds, I mean, this is fine. And then what does he do right here? All this action's going on.
The Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun.
Yeah, right here. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man?
That claim has been
what is this? I just thought that he might have had pepper balls in his face. Okay, I take it back. All right, I understand why the camera wasn't perfect. I get it. You probably had pepper balls in your eyes. You couldn't see. Okay, fine.
Immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol.
You got to give it up to Alex Pretti. Those are very good kicks for a little skinny, little scrawny weirdo leftist like him. Rest in peace. Those are good kicks. I couldn't kick that hard. I'd be afraid of breaking my toe. I'm not an idiot.
Started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground.
They should have just shot him on the spot. I'm not even kidding. I'm not trying to be a tough guy or anything, but really, you do not want to live in a country where you can kick a federal agent's car and nothing happens. That would be anarchy. That'd be chaos. No, I want to live in a country where, honestly, if you do any crime, you get beaten senselessly. Honestly, I want to live in that country.
Oh my God.
Because it would be super safe. Andy No says he was an extremely aggressive and violent man. I wonder if any of the veteran patients in his care were given poor treatment if he believed they supported national borders and immigration enforcement. That's actually a great point. When a guy is that unhinged, you have to assume that if he finds out someone is MAGA, wearing a MAGA hat, they're probably getting a little bit more of something that could probably kill him. I mean, it's a fair assumption, right? Keith Maddox says the ICE agents should have arrested this guy. He spit on them and kicked out the taillight, causing significant damage, more than justified. I completely agree. I mean, how can you not get arrested and charged with that? Just on the property damage alone. This guy says, just think if Minneapolis PD would have done their job and arrested him, he would still be alive today. That's so true. This is what happens when you let injustice fester. Here's a Facetune that the media was caught using, where they took Alex Pretti's picture, rest in peace, looking frail, looking like a vegan leftist. And then they showed him with a little bit of testosterone, with a tan, as a Christian, probably. Sean Davis says, this is the behavior of a mentally unstable nut job, desperately trying to provoke a violent confrontation. And in him, the demons behind the riots got exactly what they wanted, a body to use as a prop. It's genuinely sad how willing idiots like Pretti are to be used as meat sacks for monsters who couldn't care less about what happens to them. That is spot on. This meme says, I can't protest, and he looks like George Floyd, and that is highly inappropriate. And when I first saw it, I laughed for literally 10 seconds.
How dare
Tell me in the
you.
comments if you think that's funny.
Diabetes.
Heartland Grump says, if Mayor Frey, Minneapolis PD, and the local prosecutor had done their jobs, then Alex Pretti would have been in jail and unable to violently resist arrest while illegally armed. He would still be alive. He'd be in a jail cell awaiting prosecution, but still alive. This is why we want justice. This meme says he died doing what he loves the most, trying to prevent rapists, pedophiles, and murderers from being arrested. How dare you? How dare you? This one says, stay home, save lives. We should pass that out at the protest. I like that. The Exposed guy says, the whole he was a nurse narrative has been shattered. Totally. Wow. This guy says, so destruction of property constitutes execution? No, stupid idiot Democrat. We're not saying it is. We're showing you the character of Alex Pretti, who is an unhinged lunatic. Ferreira says, so he's literally a terrorist. Obviously deserved what happened. Well, I don't know about that, but okay, maybe. Victor says, well, I mean, this changes my perspective a lot. He was hostile first. I mean, in the videos we saw, I thought he was just a dude that was filming them and was checking on women who got pushed over. The fact he was spitting on them from what it looks like and even kicking a taillight in, he was being very aggressive. And how do you react to that? How do you predict their next move? That is a very honest opinion. I agree with that. Alexandra says he was coming unglued. It was only a matter of time before things escalated. I see that as well. It always escalates. Keith Gross says he committed a crime and wasn't arrested. That emboldened him. This is the danger in letting these folks get away with such things. It just makes it a larger problem. Every one of these criminals who obstruct ICE and block streets should be arrested and face real accountability. For sure. Well, I hope you'll love this video. Please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you were an ICE agent and he spit on you and kicked out your taillight, would you have shot him that day or would you waited a week? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think about what the Democrats are up to. Should Trump go ahead and invoke the Insurrection Act? Should we get that going? Should we just arrest Tim Walz and Jacob Frey? Just figure out something, find something, and just arrest him and get it over with. Should Ilhan Omar be deported? Or should her husband /